Minus Blair Watson, Terps are out of sorts and lost to Michigan State. The Maryland women's basketball team started Thursday night's game at Xfinity Center on a down note and things never improved. As the Terrapins rose for the national anthem against Michigan State, sophomore guard Blair Watson stood in her black warm-up suit, leaning on a crutch. A few minutes earlier, the Terrapins had announced Watson would miss the remainder of the season after tearing her anterior cruciate ligament in practice Wednesday. Without their second leading scorer, the number 11 Terrapins came out flat and were dealt an 82-68 loss, their first defeat since November 19. Watson had developed into a dependable shooter for the young Terps, a sidekick to leading scorer Kaila Charles. Averaging 13.8 points, she was particularly dangerous from the perimeter, where she led the team with 63 three-pointers in 17 games and shot 44.1% from beyond the arc. And in their first game without her, the Terrapins, 15-3-4-1 Big Ten, were disjointed on offense. Elena Kristinaki started in Watson's place and the Terps shot 39% from the floor and 29% from the three-point line, below their usual average of 39.4% from the perimeter. With its guards out of sync, Maryland's offense emanated primarily from its front court players. Junior forward Brianna Fraser took charge and led the team with 17 points on 5 of 9 shooting and 8 rebounds before she fouled out in the fourth quarter, and forward Stephanie Jones had 12 points and 9 rebounds. Kristinaki, a transfer from Florida, had 13. Charles managed only 7 points but led with 10 rebounds. But with the front court pulling double duty, the Terrapins' defense was lax. Michigan State, 13-5-3-2, shot 45% from the floor and seemed to rarely miss late in the game. The Spartans were led by 5'5" guard Taryn McCutcheon, who posted with a career-high 25 points. Guard Shea Colley had 17 and Sydney Cooks had 10. The Terps started off unsettled. They rushed their shots on offense as they tried to find a rhythm with Kristinaki, who became the only bright spot in an otherwise torpid first-half offense. The Greek national led the team with 10 points at intermission mainly by force of will, taking aggressive drives to the basket through a clogged paint. Charles was the only other scorer able to get a few good shots up. She had 6 points at halftime. Maryland shot 36% from the floor to Michigan State's 43% from the field at intermission, compounding poor offense with uncharacteristic errors. The Terps had 10 turnovers in the first half, 4 of which came in the final 4 minutes of the first quarter, took sloppy layups on the move and were loose on the defensive end. They ended up giving up 14 points on 24 turnovers. That discombobulation continued into the third quarter, as Maryland committed 2 turnovers in the first 2 minutes after halftime and missed its lone field goal attempt as the Spartans racked up 5 quick points to take a 10-point lead. Maryland got within 1 point by grouping a big defensive stop with a three-pointer from Kristen Confoy and a steal and then a layup from Stephanie Jones with 4:36 left in the period, but the Spartans found the gas pedal and closed the quarter with a 10-0 run, capped when Colley sliced through the defense for a driving layup to put the Spartans up 12. Maryland never significantly narrowed the gap in the final 10 minutes. When the Spartans finally sealed the upset, their bench cleared as they huddled together and shouted,